Hi everyone and welcome to my world. My name is Catherine. I am calling here from, well, it's actually night time at the moment, but it is the 4th of May and it is very dark and wintry, cold Adelaide. Well, it's not that cold, but it is not that warm either. This is actually my 5th video, and continuing on from my what do you call it? My intention for this channel is I'm going to talk about a game that I came across a few months ago, a game called Anna. Now, Anna is described as being a first-person horror thriller, psychological thriller that's meant to play in your mind, and in that aspect, it's actually not too bad a game. It is an exploration game. You'll find objects to use and manipulate in the world. You basically start outside this sawmill or this barn type area, and some of it is a little strange and a little funny in the part where the graphics are really pretty. I mean, they're very sharp and crisp and clear, and they work well with the surroundings, and you know exactly where you are, what you're looking at. There's some of the objects that you need to find, though, really you don't need to use, so there's no real point in finding a lot of things like stones and acorns. You only need one of those. You don't need any of the stones, and a lot of things disappear as soon as you go inside the next area, which is inside the sawmill and the barn and everything like that. So there's a lot of guesswork, there's a lot of trial and error as to where you would use certain objects and how you would use certain objects, and some of the kind of loses a bit of a sense of reality. So I suppose that's in a way the effect of the psychological thriller. It's there are a few jump scares. My favourite having to be come across these shadows, and if you've seen some Doctor Who episodes which focus on weeping angels, you know, they go like that, and when you look at them, they don't move, but as soon as you blink, hence the actual episode that first features them is called Blink. As soon as you blink, they actually move. You're going to, you know, how quick do you blink, and then like that type thing. So that gives you an idea of one of the jump scares in that sort of game. There are a lot of things that you look at, and the storyline doesn't sort of explain exactly what's going on. You know, you get the idea that you're a protagonist, and you don't really get an idea of how you fit in the story and how this person Anna fits in the story related to you until perhaps the very end. And if you've played the game Silent Hill number 2, you sort of get an idea of whereabouts the story's heading. You know, you're looking for this person who the game, in all sense and purposes, hints at the fact that that person is already dead and you've basically done the deed. Spoiler alert, by the way. Anyway, I think I put that disclaimer at the beginning where every video I make will have a spoiler alert, because basically talking about a game that many people might not have played yet. So Anna, yeah, so basically you're exploring a world, you're picking up objects that some of them you don't even need to use, and the description of the game hints at the fact that the decisions you make will open up new areas for you to explore. Well, that doesn't actually happen. There's no decision making in the game. Just pick up an object, you manipulate the object within the world to carry on the storyline, and sometimes you can't do things before you do other things, and so on and so forth. So the way the actual box, or the game box, actually describes the game is a little misleading. My computer doesn't like to allow me to play the extended version, so maybe it goes into a bit more depth when you actually play the extended version. I was only able to play the standard one, so that really didn't really follow the concept or the idea of what the actual game description was given. the sound was good. The music was really good. The atmosphere was really good. The graphics were really good. Sometimes it went a little bit dark, as in brightness of the screen went a little bit dark. So, but I think that sort of added to the atmosphere of being a really creepy game and allowing you to sort of trying to guess exactly where things were going and how the game was progressing, which is fine. There's a lot of trial and error as to how certain objects fit within the realms of the game world. So I think I might have touched on that a little bit, but we'll go further from there. Really, the actual ending doesn't really explain what happened. I mean, you hinted at the fact that this person, Anna, is dead, really, and further hinting at the fact that you actually did, well, the protagonist, the person who you are, the mute, invisible person who you are, actually did the deed, or maybe you're, I don't know, it could actually be that you are Anna and don't realise it, or you just having that delusion that you're looking for somebody who you know is already dead, or it could even be that you are looking for something, a lost love, or it doesn't really hint at the relationship between you and Anna either. A lot of people would sort of assume that you're lovers, you know, you and Anna are lovers, but again, that's not really brought into the picture as to how you two fit in. So the ending sort of leaves it up in the air and lets you sort of guess as to what exactly happened, how it happened, and how it all fit in together. Bit of a cult aspect to it as well, if you look into it a little bit deeper as to how the dungeon and the labyrinth type part at the end goes all together and pieces all together. A few creepy scenes, like a mask which follows you around, well, not follows you around, but looks at you no matter where you are. If it actually turns and looks at you, irrespective of how it is in the environment, which is actually pretty unnerving when you really look at it. Yeah, so basically there's also this disembodied dialogue that goes around that hints to the fact that there might be a party going on, that something might have happened at a party where people are mingling and going on, and something might have happened there. So there's not really much of a storyline to it. You can't sort of make it up as you go along. You've got to guess exactly what happened, and it's at a party. You might have gotten drunk, or you might have got this Anna person drunk and did away with her for some God knows reason. And yeah, so basically, all in all, it's not a bad game. It could have gone a bit further in regards to building up a storyline and actually doing something different within the characters. It's more of an exploration game. It's basically you're exploring the world outside and inside the building and collecting pieces, inventory, and trying to fit them all together. There's not really anything else to say about it, really. You explore a little bit deeper. There's an attic and there's a basement which goes all the way through into the dungeon-like area, but it's mainly a guesswork. There is a bit of a strategy or walkthrough on the internet that's available that might help a bit. A few endings to get depending on how you actually go through the game, but all in all, it's not actually a bad game. It just doesn't really deliver on what it promises in a way. So be prepared to explore a world that's not really explained as such, or it's explained but in a different way, in a roundabout way, and it doesn't really seem to get very far. So having said that, like I said, it is a good game. I would recommend playing it just for a bit of a psychological type aspect as to where it's all going and you delve into the world of somebody who has basically, like I said, it has a Silent Hill 2-esque feel about it, because you're somebody looking for somebody you think is alive, but in the back of your mind, you really kind of get the idea that they know they're actually dead, in a way. Or it could be completely different. I don't know. Anyway, that was my interpretation of said game. Like I said, it was a good game. It didn't really deliver on what it promised, but it sort of did it in a roundabout way, and it made it different, made an exploration type game a little bit more edgy and delving deeper into the psyche of the person's mind. Anyway, so that's the fifth video filmed, I don't know, filmed on the 4th of May, so for you Star Wars people out there, May the 4th be with you. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but it's a cult thing. So yeah, anyway, I'll see you all guys in the next video. Bye!